Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome to the channel. It's Rad. And we had a bit of a time frame, without any transits. So I chose to do the immediate guidance for the star signs tonight. Next time we're gonna have Mercury retrograde enters into Scorpio, and then it's gonna be the new moon in Scorpio. So there is no celestial topic for tonight, and that's why I have decided to make the what do we need to know thing, uh, the immediate guidance. So the first thing that I am usually doing, and I'm going to do right now, that is going to be the collective reading. So the collective guidance for all of us. And let me shuffle the cards and see what we got. Hey, Cinnamon Kiss, welcome to the stream. Me too. I'm also very sleepy. I tried to take a nap before the live stream, but I just didn't work, and I became 1 a.m. So there is no point going into napping after that, and just I'm just gonna powerhouse through it. So that is the collective reading for all of us. We do have Justice with the Hermit, and then it is the Queen of Pentacles here. And what we need to know collectively is that next few days are going to be rather quite busy, and unfortunately here with the elements of dignity in between the Justice and the Hermit, the business is going to be with what we would call a shenanigans, things we find not much of a value in it, but nonetheless, in a certain way, we are going to be acquiesced into doing those things now, whether we have taken a responsibility, or we gave a promise, or it's just a bad side of the coin that we do call an enterprise. Nonetheless, is going to be irrevocable into performing these responsibilities and these tasks ahead. So quite busy, and to top it all off, tedious experience in the next few days for the most part. Uh, and what is gonna make matters worse is that there is going to be someone around us. Now, for some of us, it's going to be a coworker. For others, it's going to be a friend. It's very specific to the individual situation we're finding ourselves into right now. That this person is going to have a presentation, an exhibit, so to speak, with something better to do. We wouldn't have the time doing it, at least in the next few days. Now, that doesn't mean that we won't find the time after these few days. I was about to say pass away, but kind of like end, right? So the next few days end. Good evening, MT. Welcome to the stream. So on the bright side, these tasks that we are to be a part of, that we are to undertake within the next few days, are going to carry on a reciprocal reward. So pretty much our efforts are not going to be in vain, and we will be compensated accordingly to the, again, the efforts we do put in into these enterprises. As far as relationships goes, for the next few days, they are going to be days in which we are to redefine, so to speak, the rules of the relationships. And there are going to be more firm boundaries people are going to negotiate for each other in those relationships, which aren't going to hold for a very long time, but still is going to be a breather for many of you guys that are feeling, for example, stifled, or feeling like there is too much pressure on you or too much influence on you from your partner in life, from your significant other, and you do need just to kind of like build up a bit of a walls. Like I said, those walls ain't gonna be there for a very long time, but at least for the next few days, you will be able to catch up a breather. And yeah, yeah, MT, I did get your message about the 30-30. I did get it. So the guidance here for all of us is that whenever we are in front of a decision to make within the next few days, we need to take not just only everything under consideration, but when we do make the choice, we need to be accountable toward ourselves as well, which is going to be the tough part, really. Some of us may be very altruistic, others maybe too selfish. So we need to find a balance in between the decision that it is just, not just only for us, but also for the people around. Now there are going to be 12 readings, just like this one for each star sign. I'm going to run down the ecliptic, so meaning I'm going to start with Aries and I'm going to end up with a Pisces. If you do wish to have a personalized reading where your own personal situations, tasks, dreams, hopes, targets, problems, even are to be subject of my tarot interpretation, you can go to my website, link of which you can find in the description down below. Other than that, if you do enjoy the show and you do wish to support it, you can do so using Super Chat or a PayPal. The PayPal link you can find in the description down below as well, and anyone who does so is going to have a reading at the end of the stream, which is going to be personalized reading, what you personally need to know. Other than that, starting up first is going to be Aries. You can keep up what star sign I'm reading for through the glyph being displayed right there. It's a glyph and illustration of the star sign. So let me shuffle for Aries and see what you guys have. Hey Sam, welcome to the stream. All right, Aries, those are the cards for you. So we do have Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and Five of Wands here. And you will, what you need to know is that you're going to be very, very lucky. Next few days, there are going to be quite of an enterprising things coming your way that may be enterprising people that are going to revitalize your environment, your day-to-day routine, are going to present you with a lot of things to do, for lack of better words here. And as a situations, what you can expect is to have a chances on everything. What I mean is that you're gonna have a chance to get the upper hand, especially in situations where you may be feeling that things are going south and you are close to failure within the next few days. There is always going to be a point where you can make a reversal with these endeavors. The only thing or the only condition that you need to keep up with it is not to give up whatsoever and to have a determination to see things through to the very, very end of them. And alongside all of your enterprises, on every single one, you're going to have the chance to make a super positive change into your life and into the undertaking itself. Mattia, thank you for the 30. Thank you. Let me put you into the list. And at the end of the stream, you're going to have a personalized reading. Hello, Ida. Welcome to the stream. Miss Devon, thank you for the £5. Thank you. I haven't stripped you off my last list, so you are in. I just need to change the inquiry. Hold on a second. There you go. Thank you, Laura. All right, next star sign that I'm going to read for, that will be Taurus. Thank you. Now for Taurus, it's a clear warning. We do have these cards here. It's Four of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and Eight of Swords. And they say that there is something that's either you're planning or you're preparing for. It could be a small thing, it could be a big thing as well. And thus far, you do have the thing in the bag. Pretty much, it's all set, it's all secured, all right, and you just need to keep up with the pace. Now, why do I'm saying that? Because of the Five of Swords. In the next few days, you're going to see few openings to speed up things. All right, but doing so, you're going to cross certain lines. You're going to cross certain lines with your friends or with your boss or with your partner whatsoever. And crossing those lines not just only is going to jeopardize your plans and your preparations, is going to omit them entirely. Therefore, you should keep up with the initial pace that was established, negotiated, agreed upon, instead of trying to take shortcuts, abuse power, and pretty much get behind other people's back, because this is how it's going to be taken from the other side. Shona say thank you for the 20. By the way, guys, I do have a birthday today, so yeah, I am turning 40 today. Shona say let me put you into the list. And the inquiry. All right. All right, that was for Taurus. Next one, we have Gemini. Thank you, Angel. Or I don't know. We'll see. It was good last year. Last 10 years was good. They were good, I'm sorry. Um, Hopefully the next, it looks like the next 10 years are going to be better. But hey, who knows? Tomorrow is promised to no one. All right, those are cards. And you will face some difficulties, most likely with work. And when I do say difficulties, it all falls to well, it may play in a couple. It will play in a couple of ways, depending on what stage you are into your career. Either what stands in front of you in the next few days will require from you to learn something new. Uh, and of course try something new, or it's just is going to be more difficult than anticipated. Bottom line here for you, Gemini, it is that within the next few days, your job, again, most likely will demand to change a bit the way you handle it, and it's not going to be for long. That is a like a specific case. That is like a one-time thing, and then you can get back to normal, to your usual pace of work whatsoever. But for the next few days, you're going to have to change your, say, code of conduct, the way you conduct business. Reason being is that your usual code of conduct into how you conduct business, it's not going to pay off, and it will be made clear to you that that's going to be the case. And so you will see no chance but to realign, if you will, to the newly formed situation. And that's pretty much what you need to know, is that you do have a bit of a, it's not even a rough time, it's more of an awkward time that you will experience at work. And the target of this adaptation of your behalf is going to be some kind of a day-to-day issues that you are facing at work, which are plaguing your experience there. In order for them to be fixed, you just need to readapt certain styles of how you conduct your business. That's about it. And again, it's a one-time thing. You don't have to think too much about it. After these few days, you can get back to normal in a way you do your business. Right, next, that will be Cancer. All right, those are the thing. Those are your cards. We do have Page of Cups, Temperance, and the Empress. So the good news for you, Cancer, is that you're gonna fall in love with either something or with someone. You may fall in love with activity, or with some kind of a book, or with a person, right? It doesn't have to be necessarily with person, but you're gonna fall in love with something. The bad news is that it's not gonna be available to you within the next few days. It's just there will be no what the cards are describing is something like a bridge in between you and that thing, whether the book or the person, TV series, some kind of a habit as well. But the future is going to promise better perspective. What I mean is that you can start planning how to spend time with that thing that you're going to fall in love with. Again, you may start planning how to spend time with that person, or when you are reading that book, and so on and so forth. And this love which you're going to experience toward that thing is going to start brightening your day. You are going to little by little detach from the small and irritating details of your day-to-day routine and be more focused on the overview, which again is going to provoke a quite positive change in your life. That is what you need to know. Moving next, that would be Leo. Well, crossing fingers, you meet him pretty soon, Cinnamon Kiss. All right, Leo, those are your cards. Now, what you need to know is that things ain't gonna happen magically for you. Within the next few days, what I mean is that there is not going to be any luck whatsoever with your deeds, any luck to save the situation. There ain't gonna be any saving grace but yourself. And the good part and what you need to know is that there is a someone you know who already went those steps and succeeded in them. So what you're trying to do have been already done again by someone you know. And you can seek on advice, just advice from that person. You should know who that person is and what they can give you. It's a step-by-step plan how you can get the result you wish. And if you do go and follow those steps, you at the end you're gonna end up being very, very proud of yourself, completing the task at hand, either in concerning your relationship or either concerning your career. But no one can walk that path but you. And thus it falls to you to do the heavy lifting, not just only this time, but as per usual. Okay, next one, that will be Virgo. Oh, those are cards. Two of Cups, Death, and Eight of Cups. Now, as a general reading, Two of Cups doesn't necessarily has to connect, with your love life. It generally speaks about unities, partnerships that are in a phase of unity. And what you need to know it is that the rough time in your partnerships is about to end, and the circumstances are gonna shift from I would put it that way, from unfulfilling where you have them to a much more suitable, especially those partnerships that you do want to keep because you love the person, but the form of the partnership, um, or the relationship isn't working for you. Like, for example, uh, you love the guy, um, that stands before you, but you're just friends and that doesn't work for you. The stage of where those relationships are is going to shift and is going to change. Some of them are going to end if you cannot have anything with that individual. Others where it is possible for you to have something with that individual are going to end up being upgraded. But I do believe that most of them, or those that really really matter, are going to turn into the upgrade stage rather than to the severance stage. So, major improvement in your relationships, Varga. Oh, Cinnamon what are you doing with these people? I mean, are you fighting each other? Well, again, the stage is going to change. So you will meet someone you can be with, whether you're going to be with or not, it's up to you, but you are going to meet someone you can be with. Right, next, that will be Libra. Those are the cards. Now, on the worst side or on the dark side, all you need to know it is that uh, you will face almost no agreement with you. What I mean is that people that are close to you within the next few days are gonna strongly disagree with you. What you think about the future, how you want to go about your future, what your choices are, and so on and so forth. Now, on the bright side, though, uh, you're gonna stumble upon an amazing opportunity that it's compelling for you to explore, and not just only to explore, but also to cultivate and to execute in general. And this opportunity will make your life much better. Now, the key here is determination and decisiveness. And you are not gonna miss it when it shows up. That opportunity just is gonna be the perfect thing. For some of you, that opportunity is going to be career-wise, for others, relationship-wise. But your two compasses is that one, it's a perfect. What I mean, it's under a perfect circumstances. Literally, you don't have to make any compromises with anything whatsoever. And the other compass is that almost everyone that is close to you will strongly disagree of you taking it. Now, whether you take it or not, entirely up for you to decide. You just need to know that that is something that comes once in a lifetime. And if you miss it, you may have another opportunities, another shots, but not like this one. That is what you need to know. Bye, Laura. All right, next. That will be Scorpio. Well, the other option, Cinnamon Kiss, is freedom. I mean, someone that gives you freedom and wants to be free as well. I mean, that is also hard to handle because then you can't control them. Know what I mean? And kind of feels or at least that is what I assume it feels um, like everyone does what they want without any obligation with the other. I don't know. I mean, I personally don't have any problems with that. In fact, that is how I almost how I prefer it. Okay, no obligation is a bad thing, but kind of like I always stated that a relationship isn't about bondage, it's about giving freedom to one another. I don't know. I mean, it's very weird to explain it. But that is the best gift you can give to someone, their freedom to do what they like while they are around you. So those are the cards for Scorpio. Not a great one. Not a great one. Oh, there is going to be some. So we're going to talk with someone within the next few days. Um, that no approach that. Give me a minute. So for a Scorpio, there is going to be a person that is going to step up for us. Um, for what I can say by these cards is going to be with a benign, I'm sorry, intentions. Very friendly intentions, and they are going to give us an opinion on the things we do or something we are building right now. And their opinion is going to pretty much kind of like shatter our perspective. Through their opinion or through their guidance is going to turn out that things are not going to work out quite as how we are thinking that they are going to work out. And what we can be building could be literally anything. We may be building a business, building a hobby, you know, building a house, a home, and so on and so forth. And this, uh, I can't, it's gonna make us kind of like very disappointed to a point where we can do something really stupid to jeopardize even further um, the enterprise that we're pushing forward and that we are building right now. Now, according to these cards, and what is the guidance here is that some of what we are trying to do needs fixing, needs restructuring, like change of plans, like, you know, taking a few steps back and fix some aspects into it, but not all of it. And this revisiting of the deeds, the revisiting of the undertaking is going to have a very nurturing and cleansing and positive effect on it. But again, we're going to have to, worst case scenario, start from scratch or the very least halfway through. Because at least according to these cards, there is something fundamentally wrong we're trying to do currently. We're trying to build. And again, that will kind of like throw us in a state where we can make something stupid. So whenever we are very eager to take a step or to do something about it, for example, you know, say your business partner comes about and says, yeah, you know, things aren't going to work out in between us the way they are, and we need to renegotiate. That might piss you off, right? And you may want to kind of like lay it all out right away. Yeah, that's going to be a big mistake. I mean, at least sleep it off. And then if on the next morning you're on the same kind of like opinion, you're on the same page, then okay, fine, do it. But kind of like acting instinctively and impulsively, it's not a way how you should handle that situation. That was just an example, but for some of us, that may be exactly the way how things play out. Okay, next, that will be Sagittarius. Okay, those are the cards. Very specific. So we do have the Hierophant, 10 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles. Actually, it's oxytocin, not an estrogen. Uh, all right, so Sagittarius is a very specific case for you now if you are feeling alone against the world. Cinnamon Kiss, I didn't get that. Oh no, it's okay. You know, it doesn't have to be something big. It's a general reading. I mean, you may be building up an idea. Okay, it may turn out that this idea is not going to work out, and there is no wrong in that. At the end of the day, it's just an idea. Uh, so back to Sagittarius, if you're feeling alone against the world right now, someone from your past is going to show up and is going to take your side, so you will be lonely no more, right? That is something you need to know. Now, other than that, ideas, it is exactly what I need to talk about here, and you're gonna have one in the next few days. Really, really good one. Not many people being involved in it though, and this is the reason why you may be feeling alone against the world, because this is going to be something very personal. I mean, a niche for you, a niche that is going to pay off big time in the future. But unfortunately, once you do start following that niche, there will be almost no one around you to applaud you for it. And this simultaneously is going to serve like a sieve for your social circle, because only those who truly love you for who you are and they don't see any kind of like a personal benefit of being around you, but they're around you just because they like you and because they love you, are going to stay. And the rest that are around you, because they have something to gain from it, they are going to simply be wiped away because they will have nothing to gain anymore. So if there are people that doesn't call you anymore, that doesn't seek your attention anymore, don't mourn for them. I mean, they were a leeches. Next, that will be Capricorn. Those are the cards. So we do have the Wheel of Fortune, Page of Wands, and King of Pentacles. Now, a relationship here is at stake, I would say. So this is the situation that you are gonna find yourself into. You're gonna have a pretty important deed to do with someone around you. That may be a coworker, it may be a friend. The problem is going to be that another person is going to show up. Someone probably that it is quite new. You may know them right now, but it is quite new in your surrounding, and they are going to have something more interesting for you that is going to be incompatible for the undertaking that you are currently performing with the person that you are knowing for a very, very long time. And this is going to be a conflict of interests. Now, whether you're going to stay and finish the job and miss on the interesting enterprises that this new person is offering to you, or you're going to leave the other one hanging and kind of like, you know, transfer your interest to the new partnership, is entirely up to you. The cards do have a advice whom you should pick, but I don't want to take choices for you. The only thing that I'm going to tell you here, it is that scale the change. Whatever gives you bigger change, that should be the obvious choice for you. Which is the freedom? Well, soulmates doesn't come with freedom. You're basically one of the same. You do one of the same. That's not freedom. Aquarius. Those are cards for Aquarius. We do have a Ace of Pentacles, Death and Judgment. A massive opening is what you need to know. So I don't know how exactly to explain it, but this is going to be a rare opportunity for us to further our goal. So think of it that way. Currently, you do have a goal that may be to present an offer, or it may be to buy a house. You know, whatever the goal was before you are hearing that reading, this is the reading. This is what this reading is referring for to you. And the reason, you know, why that goal, maybe at least according to these cards, isn't going any further than it is right now, it is because there is a lot of dead weight on it. That may be people that aren't contributing but are on the branch, you know, it may be activities that aren't contributing and you're wasting your time with them, and so on and so forth. And those dead weights are going to be taken down within the next few days. And when they are off, then you're going to have the rare opportunity to further the goal itself. And if the goal is about money, you can expect quite of lucrative business maneuvers, lucrative projects, or lucrative job. If the goal is about intimacy, you can expect harmoniously kind of like flowing relationships. On the flip side, that isn't something we are destined for. Therefore, it's not granted by the sense of that we have to fight for it every single day. Cinnamon Kiss, thank you for the £20. Thank you. Okay, I will try my best. And last but not least, that will be Pisces. Hey, Rocky. Welcome to the stream. Oops. Oh, I'm doing very, very well, Rocky. I do have a birthday today, and it was quite nice. Thank you for the 28 Canadian. Thank you, Rocky. Let me put you into the list as well. All right, Pisces. Oh, in my country or in my culture, 40s aren't celebrated. We do have a nice family dinner, okay, but just family. And that was it. No friends invited, and so on. It's just, you know, it's like a bit of a more abundant normal dinner. That's about it, with a cake. All right, those are the cards for Pisces. It's a conclusion, a final conclusion. On the bright side, you will be quite happy with how the conclusion turns out. So you can expect, say, a court conclusion. You can expect the conclusion of a relationship. You can expect conclusion, you know, within the job, and so on and so forth. And Again, you're going to be pretty happy with how the conclusion ends. It's not going to be 100%. That is because, I mean, in your favor, that is because of the Nine of Wands, but still will be pretty good results. You will have a pretty good results with you. You would have wished to be able to crank up certain parameters of the conclusion, but that will not gonna be possible anymore, pretty much. And the advice for you, Pisces, is to stop thinking about what you could have done better, but instead focus your energy, I'm sorry, on something new. What new? Well, that's the beauty of it. You do have the freedom of choice here to decide what is going to be your new perspective. So that was for the 12th, and now jumping to the super chat. So anyone who supported and decides to support the stream through super chat is about to have a reading right now. Starting up first with MT. Yeah, it's a fair old number, eh? IMT, those are your cards here. Um, what you need to know is that there is going to be a gathering, like a social gathering. Could be a family dinner, could be a party at a friend's place. Okay, there is going to be a social gathering that is not going to turn out as pleasant as you are hoping to be, and it's just it will be rather a rough experience for you. And many people are going to, I would say, betray your trust, but don't take it like they are going to betray you personally. I mean, that's going to be the point where you're going to see that you need to have a grain, to take them with a grain of salt. Well, with a full bucket of salt, if you ask me, because that will be the point where you will realize that these people aren't to be trusted with, and they are not reliable for your ends whatsoever. And so at that gathering, social gathering, you will realize that you do have a fewer friends that you have hoped for, but This also is going to give you idea whom you can work with and whom you can go forward with, and those that you can work with and go forward with, at least according to these cards, are going to be quite enough. Now if you are expecting some kind of inheritance, some kind of a will, you need to be, how can I put it into words, a quite vigilant about it, because there are going to be attempts for you to be screwed over. You won't be screwed over entirely. What I mean, your full share to be taken away from you, but some portion of it can be. So for that reason, kind of like you need to make, not exactly your research, but kind of like be on the top of the inheritance and will subject, if that is what you have on your hands. Okay, next that will be Shauna. Say you want to know basically the topic of tonight's stream, which is what you need to know. Let me shuffle. You're welcome. Those are the cards for you, Shauna. Say. What you need to know is that there is going to be a dispute over a small sum of money. Okay, and this isn't going to be a dispute like whether you have stole the money or whether you have not paid, but rather why those money aren't put into work. For example, just for example, let's say that I don't know, you have promised, if you do have children, let's say you have promised to buy your child something, let's say a gaming console, and you still haven't bought it yet, right? So that is a dispute over not putting those small amount of money into work. And I am giving that example because this expenditure, it will mean nothing to you as a return. So what you're gonna spend for, basically it's no use of you. That's why I gave an example of a gaming console, because I don't know, you don't strike as a person who plays video games, but I may be wrong here. Okay. But nonetheless, that is going to be a situation where your word is to be tested, whether you keep your word or you don't. Okay, but this dispute is going to is going to be what triggers the situation where you're going to make that expenditure of a small sum of money, just so you can maintain, the sense of trust and reliability from the other side. All right, next, Cinnamon Kiss. You want to know about your future man that is suitable for you, when and how you are going to meet the guy. So let's have a look. Look at this. Okay, so these are the cards I drew. We do have problems deliver a man. Literally, problems deliver a man. So mutual problems through a mutual problems. That is how you're going to meet the man that is going to be suitable for you. So there is going to be a problem you have. That man is going to have the same problem, and that is what's going to bind you together. For example, abusive relationships. You know, you both may have been through that, and that is something that kind of like forms a bond in between you two. So let's have a look when. I'm just giving an example. You may have a plumbing issues, and the neighbor at the top may be a man, single, having the same issues, which binds you again together in the same predicament. Uh, it should be by the end of December, so very soon. 2 months. Okay, next. That'll be Rocky. No, no red flag. No red flags. You're welcome. Those are cards, Rocky. So, at least according to these cards, you are going to be abandoned in something mutual enterprise that you are not currently alone in, or you may be alone, but you are expecting some help, some involvement. And this involvement is going to be delayed, so there is going to be an aspect in this undertaking that you have counted on someone, and you're going to have to do the heavy lifting now by yourself. And what you need to know, Rocky, is that you will manage to pull it through. Okay, you will manage to pull it through. It will be a difficult task, right? Rather quite of a heavy lifting, but nonetheless, you will be able to triumph, and this triumph will give you, I can't say new direction, but a bigger gains at the end. You're gonna have a bigger share. from the whole enterprise. Um, I don't know what kind of example I can give you with it, but um, yeah, there will be a bigger one than than if that person were on time, because we're talking about delay. All right, last but not least, that will be news Devon. I What from? What confuses you? So let me give you that example. Let's say that within the next few days you are planning to uh, so let's say that within the next few days, and that is just an example, you're planning to move house because you are renting a better one or you have bought a better one, and of course you and your husband are gonna do the move, are gonna move your stuff, but your husband gets delayed at work and you have to do the heavy lifting alone, but you get to choose how to arrange it when you go when you move it into a new place. Okay, so um, it's a tag thing, right? I mean, you aren't alone in it, at least not now. But the other side will not gonna be able to get itself involved on time. So for a big portion of it, I mean, you are gonna have to do a heavy lifting, and afterwards, you're gonna take their share of rewards. Um, those rewards may be material, it may be emotional, right? It may be moral rewards. That depends what you're going through right now. All right, news Devon. So it's a teamwork that is not going to be exactly a team because again the other side will be kind of delayed. You're welcome, Rocky. Those are the cards for you, News Devon. So what you need to know, hold on a second, is that you're going to see a lot of warmth from those around you towards you. You will be surprised how many people are going to support you through your development. And what you need to know is that this support is going to cost them, especially if they have to involve in your deeds, like to help you in a certain way. That will mean that they are going to have to pay with, with their own interest, like neglecting an opportunity of theirs in order to be with you. So you need to know that you do have true friends around you. Okay, that is what you need to know, and that for them, the future in between you and them, it's more important than their personal gains, at least at that stage. And on a personal level, what you need to know it is that you're about to see some results on the stuff that you have started recently, but don't fool yourself with those results, because you aren't as far as those results are going to make you think you are. That is also something you need to know. All right, guys and girls, that's going to do it for tonight. Now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your generosity. We're going to see each other on Sunday, where is going to be the accursed Mercury retrograde that is going into Scorpio stream. And until then, bye.